I've been muted this entire time. God, oh my God, I am. See, when you ain't done this in a minute, and oh my gosh, when you haven't done this in a minute and you are exhausted and probably coming off of COVID, you make mistakes like this. So I've been talking and ain't nobody heard me because I had my mic muted for the past, like, how long have I been live now? 7 minutes. Lovely, freaking lovely. Okay, so a recap of everything. I've been sick. As you can probably tell, I don't sound like my normal self right now. I'll try to get all this done in 3 minutes before the State of Play starts. I've been sick. It was pretty bad, either the flu or COVID, whatever. It is, I'm better now, better enough that I can actually talk, which is good. I apologize for not having, having any content on the channel going. Forte was supposed to upload a video. He's been editing it for 5 years. Still dropping videos on his channel though, right? I have just not had any energy to do anything until now, so you can expect that drop to be over. This is also kind of like a test of things for myself at the moment, because right now I've been having some PC issues. I think Windows, it's time for Windows to get reinstalled with a clean version, because just a lot of little minor things that are not like super big, but definitely things that need to be addressed, and issues that I'm not happy with in general, the way things are running on my PC. So I'm gonna do that. Hopefully, I probably will wait until after we do DPS tomorrow, but this is more of a test as well to make sure that everything can still run smoothly. And I'm glad I did that, because good grief, man, like the first 5 minutes of this stream is silence, because I was running my mouth and talking and thinking someone could hear me, and no one could, because I was muted. What's up, homie one? Kenobi in the house. What's good, sir? Hope you're having a good hump day. Some things to expect for this State of Play. I think for certain we're going to see Lost Soul Aside. The creator of Lost Soul Aside said that the game would be there. I'm interested in seeing how that is. I think we'll get a release date for that game. It's been a while. It's a game that, frankly, I gave up on having any expectations for, because it just took too long to come out. I mean, I've been waiting on this game since 2017, and that's when I became aware of the game, not when the game was first shown. That's when the first time I saw it was 8 years ago. So yeah, it's been a while. Hopefully it lives up to expectations, but considering how long it's been, I feel like some of the grand ideas it had are a little outdated. Maybe we'll see fair games. We'll see. But let me shut my mouth, because we about to start, man.
Not slow-mo in here slandering people.
Is it slander if it's true?
Not slander, and not talking to the people for like 20 minutes.
That's slander, because that's an exaggeration. It was 5. And I was talking, I just didn't realize I was muted. Again, why I'm glad I did this, because couldn't have that happen on DPS, right? Yeah, I'm out of sorts, man. I couldn't believe I had myself muted all that time.
I'm sitting here looking at the stream. I'm like, oh, this dude is literally talking to himself, I think, because he ain't said nothing.
Hey, did you send me a message saying anything? Hey, you're muted or nothing?
No, I just noticed it when I was sitting down at my computer, and I was like, oh, he's in the stream, because I was like, he must be not streaming it. Then I saw that you were in Discord, and I was like, oh, I guess he is from the stream. So
yeah, I sent you a text message. Since you don't respond to text messages enough. Like literally 30 minutes ago.
Oh well, 30 minutes ago I don't know what the hell I was doing.
Yeah, you don't even know. So this is Monster Hunter Wilds. It looks like.
Yes, it is.
I heard this thing is a piece of crap
wait.
on PC.
Well, yeah, I heard it runs better on PlayStation. Probably. Who knows?
What? The character models look dope. Man, game ain't for me though. I'm not.
Really?
Nah, man. I tried. The only Monster Hunter I've tried is Monster Hunter World. And I heard that like stuff like Wilds is like far more in depth than Worlds was, but I ain't even like Worlds. I ain't like the gameplay loop. So. And when I say I didn't like the gameplay loop, what I'm talking about is like how you'll hunt a monster down, and then you fight it, and then it runs off with like leaving a body part or something, and then you hunt it down again with the same process, and it's just like that long drawn out nature of it. Like it was dope when I first tried it, and then halfway through Worlds, I just got bored with it.
Yeah, I can see that. A lot of people. That's how I was with World, but but also I didn't have a really steady group of people to play it with. I got like 3 people in my store that's going to be playing it, and he got like a group that he's in. So I went ahead and pre-ordered it for PC. Hopefully, it runs good enough.
Yeah, another thing, I didn't like the way they did online. Why is it?
Oh, also, I forgot to call you back the other day because
right.
I saw you called me in the morning and I got sidetracked, so I wasn't ignoring you. I'm sorry I didn't call you back. I was because it was on Monday and I was at work and I was in the middle of a conference call when you called, but then by the time I thought about it, it was like literally the next day, and I was like, oh shoot. So I apologize for not calling you back. I don't want you to think I'm avoiding you or ignoring you, sir.
Okay.
Because if that was the case, I wouldn't be here in this podcast with you right now. I would have like waited till tomorrow to hear you slander me more. Because I already know what was gonna happen.
What is this? This looks dope.
Yeah, this does look. Is it PlayStation exclusive though? That's the question.
Nah, probably not.
No, it's gonna be on
like
PC,
a third party thing. Yeah. I mean, this is it's like an indie kind of thing. So look, it'd probably be on Xbox as well.
I mean, you never know, man. The only thing you know about Xbox games is that they're going everywhere. You don't know if anything's going on Xbox.
Right.
Let me stop being slanderous, man. Xbox doing their thing. This does look pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
like a side scrolling.
On the little board. Yeah, this looks sweet. Oh, that was like an ultimate. Damn.
The legend continues.
Shinobi. I was going to say Shinobi.
I was saying it looks like Shinobi, but it's like a whole different. It's like a different take on Shinobi.
This August. Okay.
Oh, I might have to. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get. Yeah. Art of Vengeance. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Yeah, that. Yeah, I don't see. No
oh my gosh, it's Sonic.
Oh, here we go.
Skip
is it Sonic Racing? Oh, it is Sonic Racing. Is it Transform 2? Sonic Racing Transform 2? Are they gonna like turn into like flying machines and stuff?
Why is it so pixelated? What the heck is happening?
Let's go.
Shout out to
Everborn. Everborn gonna play this with his whole family.
There we go. That did not help.
I just made it worse.
I switched to the 4K. It was at 1080p, and it still didn't. It still had some moments where it was like, "Look at that."
So, what are you trying to say? That the game looks terrible?
Yeah, man.
Are you saying that? Are you saying that just because it's Sonic?
No, look at it. No, I'm looking at this.
I am. It looks like a 360 game. You're right.
This looks garbage, bro. It's like it could run on Nintendo. It probably will run on Nintendo
I guarantee
Switch.
it's going to be on the Switch. It's going to be on the Switch. It's going to show Switch on it. Matter of fact, the last Mario Kart, Sonic Transforms on it.
But it has those moments where it gets really like it gets really bad, and I mean,
hey, the name of that park was called Chop Park, and just like the frame rate on this game.
shit, good grief.
Oh, that's probably the okay, Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. Okay.
They can keep that.
Oh, only what? Only on PlayStation?
John says it's probably on PS4 too. I didn't see.
It said PS4. It said PS4, PS5.
Yeah, well, there you have it. You know, that's the way it looks on purpose.
Bandai Namco presents.
An apocalypse
Oh, it's an anime.
Oh, this is
Something.
Bandai Namco, and this looks like something that could run on a Switch too.
The battle to alter destiny begins. Embark on a journey alongside gods, heroes, and monsters of bygone eras. The anomalies, known as Digimon.
Digimon. And I guess they just out here just making stuff. Is it too low, John? Let me turn it up a little bit.
Seize the future.
And sorry, whoops. And nothing that I am seeing so far has got me enthused. This is
Oh man, Monster Hunter was good. That Shinobi was actually pretty cool.
Right, my bad. The Shinobi was cool, but that's like, I mean, I know I'm gonna get that on PC. I can get that on Steam. It's probably gonna be like 20, 30 bucks on Steam.
We still got to give them their flowers for it being at their state of play. Though.
Okay, so, they got one for me.
Right. We got to give them flowers for it.
There's Yang Bang. Okay. Yang Bang got a big head, yo.
Dang, don't talk about a man's features like that.
No, lost soul aside. Let's go. This is another one I'm interested in.
This game's never coming out.
Watch, he dropped a release date. See, right there, officially confirmed the game's release date. He's been working on this game for almost a decade.
I keep having the same.
What's the release date? Just tell us that.
A horrible dream.
Trying to hear.
Who is she? They done added this girl into it now.
A powerful being.
Are you watching through YouTube or Twitch?
YouTube.
And when it seems they might vanquish the invaders, the dream ends. Is this really just a dream? My only hope lies with you.
Come, Kaiser. We will travel across worlds, leap through dimensions.
What's wild is that he's been working on this game for so long that now, to me, it seems like aspects of the game look dated. Like, I feel like he's shown it so many different times. So she is a protagonist now too. Okay.
Power within you, a destiny waiting to be fulfilled. Let me be your vengeance.
Okay, it's the stream that's pixelating like that.
This look good.
Yeah.
I do see what you're saying though. Certain parts of the game look like it's a little outdated. That's kind of what happens when you have a game that goes across generations.
Right. You've been working on this game since last generation. He showed this game before. Okay, May 30th. Wow, that's pretty soon. He showed off this game before God of War came out. God of War 2018.
We've got several updates today from partners around the world, starting with news from the Like a
Coming
Dragon
to
series.
PC.
First up, a playable demo of Like a Dragon
Global
Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii arrives on
publishing partner.
PS5 this Friday. Players could try out 2 battle styles, including Goro Majima's new Sidon style, as well as engage in naval battles.
Yakuza gets so much play now. Like I swear every showcase, state of play, the relevant direct, it's always something Yakuza
Sega
on
and
them.
Mint Rocket joined forces in Ichiban's Holiday.
It just
New
lets you know how
consoles
good it
coming
is
to
been
the
doing for
diverse.
Sega.
You think
Ichiban
it's getting
Kasuga
kind
and other Like a
of
Dragon characters team up
oversaturated?
to board a gang of
To an
troublemakers
extent,
in
I mean,
classic beat-em-up
I'll
style,
never say
all
it's
while perfecting
really
new
ultra
recipes of
saturated because I'm not
Banjo
the
sushi.
target audience
Save
for
the
it. So a
Diver
lot of people
Ichiban's
like
Holiday
Cognito
arrives this
loves
April
these type
on
of games and
PS5
stuff.
PS4.
It just seems like for the amount of content that they
The Splitgate 2
release,
alpha
it
begins
doesn't
February
match up to the
27th on
interest
PS5.
level. But like I said,
Oh,
I
by the way-
don't know what the true interest
Use
level
Oh,
of
it
the
said
game
they said they
is.
got
physics to dominate the arena and play a new
Yeah, okay, so they
24-player
talked
mode
about the
where 3 teams
alpha.
compete on a massive map.
I'm doing a play test on this Saturday. I can't stream it, but I'll be playing this on Saturday.
Ladies and
Splitgate
gentlemen,
2.
my name is Paul Heyman.
Gonna know
I'm
how-
here to give you
I just
an
don't know how it's
exclusive
gonna do
first
now,
look
but
in
we'll
the
see.
future of the
What, Splitgate
WWE
2?
2K franchise.
Uh-huh.
Introducing
I liked what I played of it. They added,
the island
because I played it last year, they added things that people said they wanted out of it, like the ability to slide, things like that. Like they made it a little bit more of a modern shooter in some cases, while still also having the portals still be a staple of what the gameplay is. But I'm
Oh my
interested in
God,
seeing
they
how different it's
finally-
going to be.
They finally added a. This is called, so. This is basically the NBA, like the version of NBA.
Yeah, they
what's the
added
name?
the whole social stuff.
So now you can literally build your character,
Create your own
thousands of
wrestler. And,
dollars in the game like you do on NBA now.
right.
I like how the bottom of it said it's not like the island's not going to be available on PS5, only on PS5, not on PS4, but they're going to charge the same price for
Borderlands
the game on PS4.
4. Now, here.
What's up? I'm Randy from Gearbox.
Oh gosh, it's
I'm
this
Randy
guy.
from Gearbox, and you know why we're here. We're here for you. Are you ready?
We already know.
2025,
Mm-hmm.
and every day.
What's up with
we
your
are
big
getting
head?
closer
Oh, I
to
just
the
told you
launch
not to
of
do that, and I
Borderlands
just
4.
did it.
Let's
But,
go.
hey, he has a massive head, yo.
Oh, his head.
I saw something recently that said that GTA 6 will be out before Borderlands 4, which
Yeah, Borderlands 4, I can't wait for, bro. We gonna be out here lit. It's been long
Right.
enough. It's been long enough since the last Borderlands that I actually am like interested again.
yeah, I thought this would be coming out this summer. But
No,
if they just showing this, and because this would be the third time they've shown Borderlands 4,
Oh, I
if they're
think
just
it's gonna
showing
come
this and they don't have a release date, then maybe that rumor is true that GTA 6 will be out before Borderlands 4.
Like
But,
this
I
might
mean,
be something that's in like October, November, where GTA might come out in like
no, I
September
think
or something.
GTA is going to be like October, November, and if this comes out after that, you're talking like
Good
next
God. Like next year?
year. Yeah. Which would be weird for them to show it. Okay, they just got this year with no
so
date.
much fun. I want more.
They're
I don't
waiting for that
understand what the
GTA
purpose
date.
of that.
Borderlands 4 is going to break
They waiting on that
free for
GTA
a special
date, bro.
state of play this spring.
Why even show this if you're not going to have
Diving deep,
like
guys, join us. Borderlands 4 state of play for combat.
if you're not gonna have a release
action
date? This is
skills,
like the third time you've
exploration,
shown it.
and
Okay, so it's gonna be a
everything. You're
it's
see
gonna
more
be a
guns than
state
you
of
can
play
even
only
count,
for
all
Borderlands.
from PlayStation 5. But
Oh, that's
Randy,
pretty
do you have
big
anything
then.
else for us?
Yeah, if they're doing
They definitely got the marketing for it now.
yeah, that means they got the marketing
Feed
for
you,
it.
baby
Yeah.
bird. Who wants a launch date for Borderlands 4? This Randy. Well, Borderlands 4.
So that might be the reason why they haven't do the
launches
big here. They're gonna do it then.
worldwide
Hold
on
on.
September 23rd.
September.
2024.
Okay,
Oh,
he said.
September.
See you in spring.
Thanks, Miko. He said we're a little behind. Okay. I got this straight. This is like it's showing live. All right. So September. Okay.
That's a good
I'm
date.
down for that. That's a good date. That's a good date. And you know, so what I think that means is that GTA 6 is going to be October.
Yeah, hopefully it's October.
More of your crazy stories, my crazy stories.
Oh, this is that.
I do want to
this
play
is-
this though.
Yeah, I do
Let's
too.
not trust
Yeah.
each other. I don't need
Not
Yeah.
too many games like the full co-op experience. I had so many people that look for games like this.
Mm-hmm. Miko says YouTube's about 30 seconds behind
When me
Twitch.
and my
Okay.
sister were younger.
Cool. Well, yeah, Miko, glad to have you, bro.
I base the story.
It's coming to
Yeah,
Miko.
Borderlands is that's definitely going to be be what I'm
We got this.
Yeah.
maybe that'll be something that I refocus the be another game that I play on the SloMoBackSlap channel. That one I'm gonna have just start focusing on the games that I play and doing content on those, like the ones I'm really feeling. And clearly, you know, because I ain't done no content on that channel in a minute, y'all can pretty much tell I'm not playing First Descendant and Dragon Age Veilguard no more. But Borderlands, I mean, I started off the channel doing Borderlands content. Some of my biggest videos are Borderlands videos, so I'll definitely be doing a lot over there on Borderlands when it comes out. Oh baby, now this is Supermassive. I think this is called Directive something.
Status report.
That's the girl from Star Wars.
Looks like it penetrated through there. We need to inspect the hull damage first.
Doesn't look too bad.
Doesn't look too good either. What is that?
You feeling all right?
It's like my body's going one way and my mind's going another.
What is that? This ship is infected with an alien organism. It still doesn't feel real sometimes.
Never forget why you started. Lord have mercy.
Do you think Williams knows more about this substance than he's letting on? We can't take any chances with him.
It can manipulate its physical appearance. It's changing its cellular structure. It's replicating.
So this is like the thing. This is like the thing, but in space.
To hear. But if you're still out there, you deserve the truth.
Directive 8020. That's why it was Directive something. October 2nd. Here's the thing though, right? It's another Dark Pictures game, and I don't think any of the Dark Pictures game have been really good.
Let me explain the situation.
None of them have been on the level of Until Dawn.
Has gone missing, leaving our
Oh, not another Friday Night at Freddy's.
You know how they do.
This is talking about oversaturation. I mean, it's the same. I think the more recent ones have you actually moving around now, but like, they're just milking it at this point.
But non-zero chance that you could sustain significant injuries while attempting to retrieve it, including but not limited to death or dismemberment. We fully expect the retrieval process to go smoothly and without incident. But just in case, we suggest you get your affairs in order before arriving.
Back to work.
Fazbear Entertainment is not responsible for damage to property or person. Thank you for being a valued member of the Fazbear team.
I think I'm probably gonna, and I hate doing this because I'm thinking about all the issues I've been having with OBS, because like the most recent gameplays I did over the past week are not like showing in OBS. Like I know they're playing because I see the sound bar going up, but it don't show anything, which is weird. So
this short gameplay preview.
The burnt one woke from a deep
And I'm still waiting for PlayStation to show us a freaking game.
Right, I know. Just thinking that, I was like, "Yo, when are they gonna show one of their games, yo?"
Show a first-party game, man.
So, but as far as exclusive content so far that we know of that they're going to have on the PlayStation 5, you're looking at Lost Soul Aside in May. That they're showing so far. I mean, I know like Death Stranding 2 is going to be this year at some point, and that's going to be exclusive to console exclusive. That is, actually, it'll be exclusive, timed exclusive to PlayStation anyway, because I don't think it's not going to be on PC at launch. So you got those two games. You got Ghost of Yotai, and more than likely, yeah, this is a big nothing burger for me. Fair Games, Marathon, and the Horizon multiplayer game they're working on. Not the one that got canceled. That was an MMO, but the other one. Can't believe they had two of them. That is mind-boggling. That they actually thought two Horizon multiplayer games was worthy. Herman Holsby out here tripping.
Use Darwin's natural camouflage and inking skills to escape the facility and save the world.
That's unique. Ain't for me, but that seems pretty unique.
We're excited to reveal a brand new title from Koei Tecmo Games and Omega Force. Warriors Abyss, a roguelite spin on the Warriors franchise.
Got top-down Dynasty Warriors.
Descend into hell. Call on powerful allies. And experiment with tons of playstyle combinations to send the enemy hordes flying.
Yeah, this ain't for me either. I'm gonna have to. Man, it's just like, why is so much of this so?
A roguelite hell awaits when Warriors Abyss launches on PS5 and PS4 later today.
For whom are you working?
So not like
I won't forgive you.
Worthy of a state of play. I don't think.
PS2 era classic returns with Onimusha 2: Samurai's Destiny.
I know there's a lot of people looking forward to this though.
Enhancing the
2.
original game with HD graphics and a host of quality of life features, including fine-tuned analog controls. Immerse yourself in Jubei's hard-boiled journey and fight through a world of turmoil alongside trusty allies. Onimusha 2: Samurai's Destiny comes to PS4 on May 23rd and will be available for pre-order later today. Looking to 2026.
It's another multi-plat though, I think,
for
right?
Capcom's latest entry in the series.
Onimusha:
Way of the Sword.
Okay, this is the new one that's coming out next year. You still there, Forte? Did we lose you? You're not muted.
Dog, if they show an Xbox game here, I'm gonna crash.
There you are. Were you muted the whole time?
Oh no, I muted because I was talking to my daughter.
Okay. It wouldn't surprise me if they did. If they showed like Hellblade 2 or something.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Man, this looks sweet.
It does look dope.
Yeah, this looks dope. I like the particle effects and stuff. Stuff like that really like kind of adds to the experience of the game. Oh shit, what's that? Shoot, not S. Shite. Oh, shite.
Way of the Sword. That looks cool. That looks cool.
Yeah, 2026. Next year. They got to make sure that ray tracing is on point for the PS5 Pro.
Yeah, okay. You see that game? You know that game ain't got no ray tracing. Come on now. John says it would be funny if Halo showed up at the end. That would be hilarious, yo. Okay, we got Metal Gear.
I will instantly go live
sure of it.
on my channel if that was the case.
America is out to destroy the Shagohod and get its hands on your inheritance.
Alakan.
The philosopher's legacy. Then they're out to kill me as well.
What's the story between you and the boss?
She was like a mother and my master.
What do you think about them doing Metal Gear without the creator? You know, like, ugh, man, eyeball popped out just to look through the scope.
I mean, all they're doing is redoing what he already did. Good. Why his eye popping out his head?
Terrible, furious.
I mean, yeah, but like, you would think that
weird.
like.
And you are one of them.
Why'd you come back?
I mean, story-wise, that they're probably just going to keep going with whatever was already done. But when you're trying to modernize an older classic, you're going to have to make some changes that are basically changes you make to keep with the times. And maybe some of the changes they make with this isn't changes that Kojima would have made if he was still at Konami. So I just kind of wonder if this is maybe their way of trying to get their feet wet with Metal Gear again.
Yeah.
And then later on, they'll do like a new one and try to see if they can actually take that on. But I don't know. I think that's... Oh, okay. This is July. Sorry, that's August. There's a lot coming out in August and September.
When the fury of emotions sparks the wildfire of violence, it dissolves our illusions and exposes the fragile structure of reality.
What is this?
I have 1,000 questions. Why did you
Like
come
some
back?
Terminator Resistance type feeling.
I was born in. In that moment, I felt a connection.
Epsilon 11, sound off. Where are my men?
They're gone.
Choose your next move wisely.
Wow. This man got 2,000 chins.
Lots of it.
Impossible.
The man of infinite chins. Oh, good grief. What is this?
We've begun to uncover.
Oh, this is Hell Is Us. I've been seeing stuff all week about this. This is coming out soon. Okay. Yeah, that ain't for me. Y'all already know I ain't into the whole freaky, grotesque.
You would even play games like what's the name of that game? Start with an S that Xbox came out, looked like an alien, H.R. Geiger and stuff.
Oh, yeah, I know you're talking about. I can't even remember the name of it. It was nasty. That game was awful.
Scorn.
Why did this look like Liza P? The main character looked like
far too long.
This is Liza P, right?
Help me to hold your hand and dance.
Oh yeah, this is Liza P. Is it a DLC for Liza P?
Would they be trying to do a sequel at this point?
How long has it been? Has it been that long?
I don't know. Let me go see how long.
Was it like 2022 or 2021 at the earliest, wasn't it?
Too many stalkers will rush to that evil.
Liza P came out September 2023. This might be DLC.
Yeah, it's gotta be DLC. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because there ain't no way they didn't drop the new game that fast.
Pixel junk.
Overture. or unless it's like a mini. Hey, they didn't say DLC.
Maybe it's a
unless it's like one of those like
base game required at the bottom.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah,
I missed that.
Yeah, it says base game at the bottom. So DLC. That's cool. Something for people that like that game a lot. It was a good game.
Yeah, like one of the better Souls likes to have come out. Oh my! All right.
How do you think doors have eyes? We don't know where our children will put their
Doors have eyes. This is like a upscale version of Roblox. The light. This is like
smacking a clown in the face.
Well, this is
what
like
I want to do to 95% of Twitter all the time, slapping clowns in the face.
This is like if the game made the pixels bigger than they needed to be, and that's what this game would look.
Yeah, I mean, it's the art direction this what it wants to go. It looks like essentially you're destroying things to create things. You know, he's got rocket launchers and guns and he's blowing stuff up in order to kind of like, yeah, I mean, okay.
Dreams of Another.
Oh, it's a VR game. Interesting. I didn't know PlayStation was still released.
I thought they gave up on that initiative too for the second time. Hello everybody, I'm buying a creative director.
武器で傷つけたり破壊するのではなく、抽象化している散らばった世界を具体化して
still
想像することができる。
Still waiting for that first party game.
本作ではポイントクラウドというテクノロジーを採用し、
You might be waiting for a while, sir.
夢の世界へダイナミックな変化を与えることができる。
We've been live for 40 minutes. So this thing started 35 minutes ago.
Yeah.
This gotta be near the
I'm
end.
Kristen Zatani, and I'm excited to share even more PlayStation news
Remember
in
when
today's show.
Hiroki came out and said it told investors that they ain't have any content.
Days Gone, you gonna remaster a game you won't do a sequel for, or you didn't get a sequel made for, but we gonna get this remastered.
It also includes added content like permadeath and speedrun modes, an enhanced photo mode, new accessibility features, and Horde Assault, a survival arcade mode with increased horde
Wait,
sizes
did that thing just say if you got the PS4 version, you could upgrade for $10?
And if you purchase
They should just give it to you at this point.
You can upgrade to a digital version of Days Gone Remastered and get all the content and features for $10. Days Gone Remastered launches on PS5 April 25th.
Coming to new game modes, coming to PC, and a Broken Road
The
DLC.
sci-fi action game is partnering with Goddess of Victory Nike on a new boss battle, collectible dolls and stickers, plus a new outfit.
Oh, we get to see more cheeks and butt.
Both the
Bus.
Nike DLC and the PC
Cheeks
version
and
of Stellar
butts.
Blade launch this June.
So it's coming to
Some great
PC in
PlayStation Plus
June.
updates today, starting with game catalog titles arriving on February.
Or is that particular thing
Star Wars
going to
Jedi
PC
Survivor,
in June, and then the game's coming out
2025,
earlier? I
And
don't
launching in
know.
the game catalog, Lost Records Blue and Rage from the creators of Life is Strange.
Did you girls ever see anything weird around these parts?
Is this the Lost Records
In this
game?
episodic adventure, players will join 4 high school girls living through the defining summer of their lives. What begins as a
says
tale of
Lost Records.
friendship will eventually blend reality, dreams, and the unknown into a dual timeline narrative.
Hope that turns out better than Life is
First
Strange
episode of
Double
Lost Records
Exposure
Blue
did,
and Rage
because
arrives
good
February
grief.
18th,
That's
with
the
second episode arriving in April.
worst Life is Strange game. Like literally the
We're also
worst
excited
Life is
to confirm
Strange.
2 unique indie titles that will
Probably
launch
the
in game
last one
catalog
too,
later this
considering
year.
how poorly it sold.
Explore a mysterious mansion in Blueprints, a genre-bending architectural adventure. Every door is a new decision as you build out a sprawling manor with 45 shifting rooms, adding layers of strategy, puzzles, and exploration. Blueprints launches day 1 into game catalog this spring. Abiotic Factor is a 6-player survival crafting
Lost
game
Records
from
comes
Playstack
out
and Deep Field Games.
next week.
Stranded miles beneath the surface, you and a team of scientists must craft ingenious gear and traps to outwit your enemies and make this bizarre underground complex your new home. Abiotic Factor will be available in Game Catalog when it launches this summer. Now let's get a sneak peek at games coming to the PlayStation Plus Classics catalog. Coming soon are the first 3 Armored Core titles from the original PlayStation: Armored Core Project Phantasma, and Armored Core Master of Arena. Meanwhile, Patapon 3 slides its way into the Classics catalog next week.
No one knows how that world came into being. It devoured everything from the past.
Captured on PS5 Pro.
Only I was left.
This is London.
That was a fatal mistake.
Okay. Eclipse Glow Games.
It's the aura of the great
Wow.
places. I can sense it.
I like the way this looks.
As long as it isn't
Yeah, it looks
forced.
good.
My wish can be fulfilled.
But wishes come
Damn,
to
that hair
pass.
look good, bro.
To pursue one's wishes.
Godzilla!
Is one's doom.
I like this. Okay.
Holy Grail. Blood. This is a feast only for the king.
Okay, I'm in. I like what I'm seeing there.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Gwendolyn, this is your final warning.
My quarrel lies not with you, but I will take back everything that belongs to me.
John says that's the Shadow Heart's actions from Baldur's Gate 3. Okay.
My soul.
Tides of Annihilation. Let's see if that's gonna be on PC. Let's see here.
It exists no more.
If it's not, this is going to have to be something I pick up on PlayStation. Tides of Annihilation.
How do you feel? Is something bothering you?
I don't see it on Steam. That's interesting. Might have to pick that up on PlayStation.
Deep down in the depths of Vulcan, you must retrieve the Architect's core.
They will send everything they have to stop us.
You know I would never want to see you hurt. But the path we walk demands the extreme.
I remember you.
Run away.
My memory's still a bit blurry. Remember this.
DS! Showtime!
I have these gaps inside my head.
Satellite gives us a 10-minute window.
You made it. That's just leftover hardware. It's been decommissioned. What the hell
This is interesting.
All I know is that Silvercorp is a piece of my story.
I'll cover you. All this time, you just wanted answers about the tech in your head? Are you kidding me? This thing has ruined my life.
You have no idea who you're dealing with.
What you did, you should have left you in the desert.
Okay, I've seen a lot of like car driving, like.
You guys make it stop! Make it stop!
Trying to figure out like what the gameplay is here.
This is the only way.
There's so much cutscenes.
You don't know what's gameplay and what's not.
Yeah, I mean, I know I could tell like a lot of that cutscene. It was cutscene stuff, but like the only gameplay I feel like I really saw was them driving in vehicles.
Rocket Boy's new action adventure set in the fictional city of Red Rock, where AI and human greed collide to bring Earth to the precipice of collapse. All captured on PlayStation 5 Pro. We're now proud to share some gameplay footage with the explosive combat and high-octane driving that you can expect on PlayStation 5 later this year.
I knew it. See, it's driving based, it seems. Well, at least a partial. Okay, there's some cover shooting here going on. I'm not like. I'm good. I'm not like. I don't know why it has to have such a focus on driving. It seems like the premise has nothing to do with driving, but they're being like forcing driving into the gameplay. You know, like dude's trying to like find out about the tech in his head. Like, what does the tech make you a better driver? So why are we driving everywhere? It's just like.
I'm coming to you now. The search and rescue bots. They're malfunctioning. They're attacking us.
Yeah, I'm good with this one.
Like it seems more interesting than
Finally,
it
here we
is.
go. PlayStation Studios.
It always comes back to this.
Oh, who we got
Death Stranding 2.
Yep, washed up the shore. Not actual gameplay. Oh no, what is this? It's almost like something from Dune.
This moment. This choice.
No, not Death Stranding.
No, yeah.
Every time the sun dies, madness reigns. Then everything begins again. But after every death, I always come back stronger. I know that you are here.
Cyrus.
And I will find you.
Live, die, repeat, rinse, repeat. Something like that. Oh, it's
Corey's game.
It's the Housemarque game.
Oh, okay. This is Housemarque's next game.
Yep.
Cyrus. Okay, Housemarque.
You hear it's like the whole die and come back stronger again.
Right.
Like
they're
really leaning into that again.
Right. So look, yeah. So it's going to be like a roguelite, bullet hell thing.
At Housemarque. We are thrilled to announce that our latest game, Saros, is launching next year on PS5 and enhanced for PS5 Pro. Saros is the ultimate evolution of the Housemarque gameplay-first experience. It's a new single-player IP that builds on Returnal's award-winning third-person action. You play Arjun Devraj, performed by the brilliant Rahul Kohli. Arjun is a powerful enforcer searching for answers on a hostile, shape-shifting planet haunted by an ominous eclipse. All of us at Housemarque can't wait to share more about Saros, with our first look at gameplay coming later this year. Thanks for watching.
All right, coming to PS5 next year, and that's it. Okay, so they did show some first party here. Okay.
Sure, yeah. Okay.
All right. Forte.
Yeah.
Your thoughts, bro?
I mean, it was a solid. I give it. Oh my god! See, I want to give it a B because I think it's a lot of stuff there for a lot of people. For me, it sits at a C because like Cyrus look cool. Don't know anything really about it outside of just the pedigree around Housemarque and the games they make. So I know it's going to probably be a phenomenal game. You care less about Days Gone. That game's been done for a long time, but it's good that they're actually going to do something with it. Shinobi was really cool. So for me, I'll give it a B. I'll give it a strong B just for the simple fact that there was a lot of stuff there. The one game, I forget the name of it already. The one that that you got super excited for, that looked really good. So
yeah, Tides of Annihilation.
Tides of Annihilation. Yeah, that looked really, really good. So yeah, I think it was a pretty good showcase, but it took them a while to get there. But a lot of good stuff there for a lot of people to check out.
Yeah, it was an okay show. I think I'm glad they showed some actual gameplay that's theirs. Not gameplay, but an actual game that's theirs. They announced a new game. I've said this for a while now, and I think the more we see it, the more people are going to come to terms with it. Is that they don't do showcases no more, and I think that's the reality now of things.
Yeah,
I don't think they're ever going to do another PlayStation showcase. I think that's done. I think what they will be doing in the future is like the more of the format what Nintendo does with Nintendo Directs. Like Nintendo just that when they got something to show or games to show, or they're gonna they gotta do their thing with their contracted partner publishers and developers, then they'll show that stuff, and that's what they're doing, and that's more of the PlayStation route now. We haven't had a real showcase in how many years now? What was the last showcase? 2 years ago?
Couldn't even tell you at this point.
Yeah, I just don't think they do showcases no more, which can be fine. As long as every time you do a state of play, you have something that's first party related that you're showing people, because then you're really on your own schedule. You don't have to have like for example, Xbox has they show up and they'll show some stuff at the Video Game Awards, but we know they have now a consistent cadence of 2 different showcases. They got their January Developer Direct, where they show you what's coming out within the next year. Right, everything that's coming out is coming out that same calendar year or should be, is intended to be. And what they also do at the June showcase to show you what may be coming out later that year, they'll do a focus on one game that's coming out later that year, and then they'll also get you with games that are coming out, over a course of a few years, stuff like that. What the differences in doing that versus doing what PlayStation and Nintendo are doing is that you gotta have content ready, which considering they have over 30 studios under their belt, they should be able to have all kinds of content to show. That said, what's up, Flood? That said, what PlayStation is doing, you should have content available every single time you do these things. Some of these state of plays don't have any PlayStation first party whatsoever or second party. And I think that if you're not going to do showcases, the only time you're going to show your first party is through a state of play. You don't even come out with a state of play until you got first party to show. And so this is good. They got some first party to show. I wasn't too excited for a ton of what I saw. I mean, Lost Soul aside, glad that's coming out this year. Glad that's got a release date. I'll be playing that on PC. I think it's got a PC release. I have to double check it, but it is what it is. Tides of Annihilation, I think probably was the thing I saw that was most impressive. The side-scrolling Shinobi game looked dope. But outside of that, and then Saros, this is what I'm assuming, and this is an assumption. I don't know for certain, right? Because, we didn't see any gameplay, but it's a teaser trailer. What I normally say for teaser trailers, okay, Flood says day and date on PC, sir. Great. So that's where I'll be playing Lost Soul Aside. Looking forward to it. Thank you, Flood. Well, I always say for teaser trailer, I'm not a fan of teaser trailers. I really don't like them.
Yeah.
But if you're going to do a teaser trailer, give me an idea of what is in store. I always say that like the worst teaser trailer I ever saw was the Contraband teaser trailer that Xbox showed like in 2021, and we haven't seen that game since. None of us really know for certain what to expect from that game. That game it's been a while, and we haven't seen it. But literally, they just show like a garage or something for like 60 seconds. Like that's nothing. Or another really bad one, which turned out to be, a flop of a game, Concord, where it's just a spaceship and a cheeseburger, and that's it. And it's just like, what are you doing? That's a nothing teaser trailer. Like I really can't stand teaser trailers. That said, this teaser trailer, you're a guy, and he and the world keeps resetting. It's a roguelite. And, every time the sun dies, some stuff happens. Some monsters come out with 20 arms, and, he's fighting them. So I get an idea of what to expect. It's speculation. I don't know for certain, but I would say probably that it will probably play a lot like Returnal, but maybe, some enhancements in gameplay since the last one they did, and so on and so forth. So look, Returnal's a cool game. I get it. I'm here for it. So, I mean, I'm cool with that. Go ahead.
I just had a chance to think about it, and this is one of those state of plays where I feel like you really have to be selfish. As much as I want to give it, I want to say it was a B. It was just a lot for PlayStation.
I wouldn't give it a B. I'll give it a C.
Yeah, that's what that's why I'm saying I was fighting with that. I was like, once to give it a B because there was a lot of stuff there for people, but for myself, most of it isn't for me, and most of it, especially when you're not really showcasing the stuff that people are really there for, which is the first party, is what really downgrades it to me. And it almost brings that conversation back about, as much as Xbox is putting their games on PlayStation, this almost kind of tells you why a lot of people been saying PlayStation needs Xbox, because PlayStation ain't even putting their own games on their system and stuff, because I saw more stuff at the Xbox showcase that's going to PlayStation this year that interests me, games that I probably already played, than what I saw here. That doesn't mean that these games aren't going to be something that's going to be good. When Stellar Blade was announced at a State of Play and stuff, everybody was excited around that. Same thing happened with Forspoken and everything. But those aren't the games that really move the needle for people. And now when I sit and I think about it, it's like, if you're not going to have like your big showcases like PlayStation showcases and stuff, when are you going to show off your bigger games? Like, the only thing we know, like the only reason we really know anything about Wolverine is because of the leaks. So like, it's like,
I mean, like we've seen the gameplay of it due to the leak, the hack leaks. But I mean, at least they announced it, right? Right. I think that I think Herman's in trouble. Herman Hulse, the guy that runs first party, is in trouble here.
The person that everybody thinks got demoted, but really never left his position. He just he got demoted, but then they freely admit that's not a demotion, but they just want to call it a demotion. They just want to call it
people.
A demotion.
People just want to be negative about something. It's fine. Right. It's fine. I get it. But that said, like, not just being negative, he ain't really been doing a good job as far as I'm concerned. What PlayStation has been known to be good for, he has not been releasing enough content. in that regard, nor are we even getting a roadmap of what to look forward to in that regard. And then with the new initiative of things, sure, you could be like, yo, this was Jim Ryan's initiative. Yeah, but it was also Herman Hulse's job to make sure the content for that initiative got done. Jim Ryan doesn't run the studios or manage the studios that were supposed to be doing that. And so because he wasn't, doing that, that was Herman Hulse's job. The failure of these games and the fact that these games are all being, like, a lot of them got canceled is on him. Right. And now you're failing on the games as a service, live service front. You're not really delivering a ton of content on that for people on the more traditional PlayStation Studio front. People are going to be justifiably, upset about that with the lack of a roadmap. Now, all that said, I don't, they did show a game, which is good. They announced a new game. They showed the game at the Video Game Awards. So we know of in the past 3 months, we've got 2 games that we weren't aware of. Back in, say, like November, we didn't know these games existed, which is, what is the name of that? Interstellar.
Interstellar,
right?
Wait. No, is it Intergalactic?
Intergalactic. Interstellar is the awesome movie. Sorry, Intergalactic.
Amazing movie, by the way.
Yeah, I actually almost watched that the other night.
I did too.
While I was dying.
It's on Netflix. I almost watched it.
Yeah, I almost watched it on Netflix while I was, trying to breathe.
Praying to a portion of God.
Oh my gosh, yeah. But no, so Intergalactic and now Saurus. And Housemarque and Naughty Dog, as we know, quality developers. And I do believe those games are going to be good because this is going to be, they're doing what they are good at. And that's just fine. Saurus comes out next year. Intergalactic probably comes out next year too, if I'm keeping it a buck.
So this
you're about to say something.
So this is the question I want to ask you. Do you think it does PlayStation or just the PlayStation fan a disservice, or do you think it's a disservice to PlayStation for the simple fact that they keep, when they do these state of plays, they announce that, like most of the time you don't even get a first party game. It's mostly like third party partner showcases and stuff like that. But when they do showcase a first party game, they really only showcase one. Do you think that is part of the problem? Because it's not like we don't know some of them. Like, we know about 3 of the first party studios. Like I said, 2 of them through state of play, which is Saurus and Intergalactic, and then we know about Wolverine due to leaks, and we know stuff about Marvel through leaks too. So I really don't count those. So we really only found out about 2 games throughout the last year, about 2 years from PlayStation when it comes to state of plays. Do you think it's mostly just a miss, just for the simple fact because they're piecemealing this information out versus like how, Nintendo or PlayStation or Xbox does it? Like Xbox, they show you, like, they only showed us the first half of this year with all the games that's coming out. Now, granted, they have way more studios, so you would think that is something they can do. But there used to be a time where PlayStation would come out and show you the next 2 to 3 years of PlayStation, and there would be like 5 or 6 first-party games. They may not even, some of them might have been like Saurus, where they just showed you, a CGI trailer, a title screen or something like that, just who the studios were working on and everything. But that's kind of my issue right now, because like they have these studios, like Sucker Punch, and they have studios like Gorilla and everything. Like we think we know Gorilla is working on, they were working on a live service game. They were working on a live service Horizon game. But what else are they working on? Are they working on anything else? It's just the fact that there are so many unknowns around it, and we know that they're working, and people say let them cook. But it comes back to, is it like a disservice to the fans and just PlayStation not doing it right when it comes to like announcing these games and letting so much time come between the announcements of one first party game to the next first party game?
I think, when they said that going forward, you can expect there to be like one Sony single player first party game coming out per year.
And that was nuts when they said it. I was like, there's no way you can survive that way. But it looks like
I think that's due to I think that's just due to where they're at with their content release, and I think some of the initiatives they took, and having to have some games canceled, having some developers working on games that like they for example, Sony Bend's game is canceled, and so now Sony Bend is now working on something that isn't that. Right. You know, like now, like this is now where they are, where they have to kind of come up with some new content, and they just don't have studios ready to do that yet, I think. John says, why not show off Ghost gameplay if it's actually coming out this year? I think them not showing it today doesn't mean it's not coming out this year. I think what that really means is that like what's going to happen with Ghost is we're looking at more than likely there'll be a state of play later this year where they do a whole state of play that's focused on Ghost, period. And it may be the entire state of play. They're doing one for Borderlands.
So they're definitely going to do one for Ghost of Yotai.
Right. And so I'm not concerned with it not being like it not being here at this state of play doesn't really mean anything for later this year. I don't think that's an issue. But I do think that like they, especially now that some of the kind of games that they used to be able to get exclusive content from, like Square Enix is no longer doing that. They may get the last FF7R exclusive, but that's likely a legacy contract thing. That's not where Square Enix is overall. Like right now, there's rumors that Final Fantasy IX remake it will soon be revealed, and more than likely that's going to be a multi-platform game straight up at day one, and that is where they're going right now. All the other stuff that they're kind of working on that is going to be coming out and released and shown in the future are all going to be multi-platform stuff. So they really going to have to start. I think their current game plan as of right now, I'm not saying it's going to work, but it is what it is what they're doing. They're refocusing in on what they're good at while also trying to make the live service that they do think might have a chance work. And then doubling down on what they've done before, which is work with partners to come up with content and lock it down. Money had it so that it is creating exclusive, unique content that you can only get on PlayStation. So that may be working with more Korean developers like Shift Up. That may be working with more Chinese developers. In order to try to get that kind of content out there. But I do believe that that's what we can see more from them in the future.
Let me ask you this, and this is messy. What game comes out on February 14th this month for PlayStation? Indiana Jones.
True.
Why wasn't that shown here?
Because that's an Xbox game.
No. It's an X, but they announced it already for PlayStation. So Xbox themselves said it's coming to PlayStation. So that gives you if you're PlayStation, that gives you the right to go ahead and showcase it there. Same thing with Forza Horizon 5 coming this summer or this spring. Once again, Playground announced that it's coming to PlayStation this year. Now, part of me feels like those games I feel like should have been shown here due to the fact that you just showed off a bunch of third-party stuff. You showed a remake, a remaster to a game that's like over 5 years old that's finally coming to that's getting remastered in Days Gone remaster. So part of me feels like the reason they're not doing it is because it's like you said, it's an Xbox game, and the moment they start showing Xbox games on their stage, does that kind of acquiesce and give people the power to think that like, oh, Xbox actually got really good games that PlayStation is showcasing them there? I thought PlayStation really didn't care because I felt like PlayStation was confident in their platform to say, we don't care if it's Xbox, Nintendo, or our own first party. If they're announcing them for our system, we're going to showcase them on our stage, because guess what? Especially when it's not just a first party showing, it's a third party showing with a sprinkle. And when I mean sprinkle, I mean literally 2 sprinkles on top of an ice cream cone of first party. So what do you think of the fact? Do you think it's just the fact that, you know, it is because they're Xbox, but you think the reason they wouldn't show up something like this here is because they may be a little bit of apprehension due to the fact that the moment we start showcasing Xbox games, it might kind of give a missed message to our fans to think that Xbox actually might have games that they can possibly play on their own platform?
I think they are fine with Xbox showing their games. And not showing, I'm sorry, releasing their games on PlayStation, because it's more money for them. That's 30% of the revenue that they're getting off of it. They're not fine with promoting those games. So it's like, we'll take your money, but we really like, so it's a win-win for them. If you do well, we got 30% off of you. If you don't sell that well, then it's a win for us as well, because you still not really selling your games like that. PlayStation, I think, and look, this is, and some people say it's console warring, which is like, I think it's silly, because these are actual companies. Right. Of course they're at war with one another. They're not fanboys. They are businesses that to them, it makes more sense to get you out the way so that I can price games however I want. I can be as lazy as I want, or whatever. I can release games however I feel like releasing them. I don't have to worry about giving more to the consumer when I am the one that's actually have the keys to the industry, or this segment of the industry. So of course, these people are going to be out here trying to kill their competition. The only person out here that's talking like they ain't trying to kill the competition is Microsoft, and there's a reason for that. And so when it comes down to it, PlayStation doesn't care to have Microsoft games showing up on their showcase, I think. And I think it's because, you know, they whether it wins or loses, whether it does great or not.
Tiles of Annihilation is coming to Xbox too.
Oh, it is? Oh, awesome. So okay, so that's not a is it maybe it wasn't on Steam when I checked, just because they didn't have their Steam page set up yet.
IGN just came out with an article talking about it, and at the end it says Tides of Annihilation launches on PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S, and there's no release date yet.
Okay, so they just got the marketing for it, which is fine. You know, they got them, but that game looks great. Now, that's not an exclusive game, so, you know, they're going to get their sales from it, but it's not like something that really like shows the platform to be a like. There's such a lot of uniqueness to this platform because it has this game and other platforms don't. Right? It has it, but everyone has it. So what? And I think when it comes down to it, that's great, that's fine, but they need, and they're going to continue to try to get more unique experiences. The fact that they do get Xbox's unique experiences is already good in their book, but I don't think they feel any need to push it to a degree where it's like, okay, go ahead and show, you know, we're going to do a state of play and we want you to show your game at our state of play. Like, nah. Microsoft is the one that's trying to say we're not trying to compete with Sony. Sony has never said that they aren't trying to compete with Microsoft. Never. That's never been the words that have come out of their mouth by any executive, in any earnings calls whatsoever. And as far as they're concerned, they always been in competition, and that's how they treat Xbox. They're going to continue to try to get games that they can money hat. So Microsoft's strategy going forward has changed nothing. Games that they said were coming out on Xbox, like Bungie was made, like they're still, like Marathon's still going to come to Xbox, it seems like. But that Gummy Bears game, that was a Bungie game, and now it's like that studio's got like their own their own studio now. That game is looking to be exclusive.
Right.
You know, that's that. Is this guy? What the? I can't get that guy. Okay, sorry. I couldn't find any more gameplay to show, so I just decided to start playing Cyberpunk. Oh, I am about to get hurt. Hold up.
You about to get bodied up here trying to talk and play at the same time.
Yeah, this is Max Tac now. Max Tac is like essentially like the worst. Like they're like this elite unit in Cyberpunk where they all have like elite cyberware on, and they're freaking ridiculous. I can take them though with this build. I can actually body them. It's just they take a while to kill. But no, I thought it was a okay show. I give it a C. But I think when it comes to first party, there's a lot to discuss there in regards to when we're going to start seeing other first party. Like Cory Barlog has been working on a game for a long time, which, you know, look, he worked on God of War for a long time too. So I'm not saying like that's a concern, but you know, I think the game likely will be fine. The concern really is that the fact that like they need more content, and his content would be great content to add to the content that they're looking forward to having, you know? So, homie Wonkanombi says no way they would talk about an Xbox game on the PlayStation show. Exactly. Like they're just not going to give you that stage. They don't want your marketing dollars because you're going to get that money back in the 70% revenue cut off of the game selling on their platform. So they're not going to deny you the ability to sell your game there. Clearly, like, you know, they've been selling games on PlayStation ever since they bought Minecraft, and that sold on PlayStation. But they're not going to be like, you know, and because you did that, sure, now we
I just look at like it's not. I just look at it as
we're going to promote all your games over here. I just don't think that's the case.
Well, I just look at it as Xbox. It's not like Xbox is doing a great job of showcasing and selling their own system. So what's the worry? Like if this was an Xbox that actually promoted and told people why they should have a console, and they were still selling, even if they weren't selling as good as PlayStation, say they were just, you know, flat, not 30% down year over year or quarter over quarter. Say they was like 2% down or 3% up. If we're talking about an Xbox that's doing that, then yeah, I agree with you 100% because, you know, that's empowering your competitor. But I feel like at this point, Xbox took themselves out of the competition when it comes to competing with PlayStation, when it comes to consoles. So it's like
that's fine. And as far as PlayStation is concerned, it's like we don't care. Boot on next.
Okay,
we do not care that you took yourself out of the competition.
But once again, yes, they make 70. Okay, so they make 70% of the revenue. Xbox does, and PlayStation makes 30%. I would think that if you just by showcasing it, yeah, you're giving them airtime, but we already know that those games are still gonna sell better on PlayStation. They're still gonna sell on Xbox because until the Xbox ecosystem dies away, those games are still gonna sell. We just don't know how much they're gonna sell due to them also being inside of Game Pass. But the fact that PlayStation can physically sell these games, like I told everybody at work, Forza is going to be the best racing game on that platform when it comes out this spring. You know, when it comes to arcade racing, it's going to be the best racing game over there. People are hungry
and as far as PlayStation's
like
concerned, they're going to be like, thank you for that. But we ain't gonna promote. Like we're not gonna be putting no. We ain't gonna waste. But state of play time.
Wait a minute. So you telling me a company that is like PlayStation is Sony? Sony relies on PlayStation's revenue to fund everything at Sony. So so you telling me putting their game on stage and telling people in a 10-second trailer that Forza is coming to the PlayStation 5, you telling me the extra probably 500,000 to 1 million sales that you're gonna get probably just by letting people know it's coming is hurting you?
70% of that is going to your competitor. That's
70%, but they're still they're gonna get that 70% anyway.
They're not gonna get the extra 70% by you helping promote it.
But we're making it seem like that 70% really, like, dog, that extra million. Okay, that extra million that they'll sell over there, does it really, really hurt PlayStation to see Xbox get 70% of that?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. But guess who it hurts more?
Who does it hurt more?
Xbox, by not getting it promoted. It hurts them more. And they're down with that. They're fine with that.
Oh,
that's what I'm telling you.
Shout out to IOP for the raid. Let's go.
What's up, IOP? Appreciate you guys. Cat Daddy lurking out said 5 out of 10. Yeah, I said it was a B for me as well. Not B. I'm sorry, a mediocre show, a C show for me. But no, look, they don't want to give them any additional revenue.
See, look,
they're going to take your games because it hurts the platform. They're going to take the games because it hurts the platform.
They already hurt their own platform.
But they don't. But they don't want. They don't. Whatever hurts you more is fine with them. We'll take your games and we'll be like, okay, and you guys really need us to promote it, so we're not going to do that because then you're just going to make more money there. I mean, you're already making a ton of money off of Call of Duty.
But listen,
so it's like,
yeah, they're making a ton of money off Call of Duty, and like player said in the chat, how is that different than for Forza? Just because Call of Duty was already exclusive? I mean, not exclusive, was already third party.
Yeah.
They still show trailers for Call of Duty on PlayStation.
They've been doing that though. That's different. That's different than Forza.
But it's still, dog. Listen, it's the most idiotic thing in the world. It's like I don't
know about all that.
No, okay, I won't. That's hyperbolic. But the simple fact of the matter is,
clearly,
I feel like it's not like dude. They already announced it for your platform. It's not like listen. You don't think PlayStation? Like, I would love PlayStation Xbox to come out and say, for Halo was coming to PlayStation. First thing I would do is the next State of Play I would have, I'll be like, hey, you know what? Check out this Xbox exclusive that's now coming to PlayStation on this date. And we showcase it on there, get everybody hyped for a game that Xbox felt like they couldn't sell on their own platform. See, listen, that's how I would treat it. Like, it's crazy to think that you got Indiana Jones coming out on the 14th in 3 days, and you got Forza coming out in the summer. And you're
thank you for your game. We are not going to promote it.
No, they just, it sounds like they scared that Xbox going to sell more consoles because they showcase their games, which I know ain't the case.
I don't think that's the case.
I don't think it's the case.
I think they look at it like I think they feel like they're hurting their own console by putting their games over here, and by doing so,
PlayStation. Xbox.
No, not PlayStation. Oh. You listen to what I am saying.
Oh, okay, I'm listening to you because you almost got me in a yeah. Go ahead.
Because you're not listening to what I'm saying. What I'm saying is they're hurting their own console. This is from Sony's standpoint. Microsoft is hurting their own console by putting their games over here.
Players right
now they're doing it because they feel that if they can be a third-party publisher over here and make a ton of money to counteract the fact that they are devaluing their own console by doing so, it's a win for them. Now, we will take those games because it does devalue their console, but we really don't care if those games sell. These are new games to us. We get a 30% cut, and that's fine, and that's a win for us. But at the same time, I don't want you to be massive over here when you still have a platform. PlayStation, I would say this, right?
Mm-hmm.
PlayStation would absolutely love if Microsoft and would do that with Microsoft and promote those games on their platform if they weren't still making Xboxes. then absolutely. And by the way, Shrek guy says, y'all done block me. All right, fine, bro. You asked for it. You know, you know, the dummy is you because you don't know what you're talking about. So congratulations, stupid. You got blocked. You asked for it.
I think that's like the first person we blocked on this channel, isn't it? Like,
yeah,
really
but you know, stupid people are stupid. His previous comment was, "This was an absolute L, no way around it." And I'm like, we were not saying it was a good show. So you're dealing with stupid people.
He came in here just talking.
When you're dealing with stupid people who don't listen correctly, and then they're talking stupidity off the rip, and then they hear something because they have poor listening skills and poor comprehension skills. They're not able to hear what you're saying, and then they immediately go to, y'all are done, block me. I'm like, all right, all right, stupid, bye, enjoy the abyss. But appreciate everyone else though, outside of the idiot with the Shrek name that just got blocked. They appreciate everyone else for showing up over here. If you are new here, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We are like 30 subs away from hitting 500, which would be our, not then we can become partnered. So that'd be great. I guess I could keep playing something. Like I was showing gameplay and then
he's getting destroyed in gameplay in Cyberpunk. So, you know,
I was not getting destroyed. Did you see me taking on Max Tack?
That's where he says flatlined. But going back.
How long was I alive before that happened? Is the question you should be asking yourself.
You're right. But going back to it, like,
you do it again. I can run it back.
But going back to what we were saying. So for anybody, shout out to the Iron Lords for coming to support us. Really appreciate that. Hit the like button, hit the sub button so we can get to 500. But with that being said, for anybody that wasn't here when we were talking, we both thought the show was okay. It wasn't great. It wasn't
game
horrible.
Adaptation. Thank you for the sub.
Yeah, it wasn't horrible. It wasn't great. It was somewhere in the middle. The only thing that is being the miss is the fact that this whole first party narrative around PlayStation and not really showcasing their games on a consistent basis, at least for me, I feel like it's really, really hurting them. And it's really not giving the gamers exactly really what they want, because right now we see a lot of third party, we see some second party. We see more remasters and remasters from PlayStation than, you know, actual first party games that's coming out and releasing in the future. And the conversation we were just talking about was, you know, we were talking about how Forza and Indiana Jones are games that Xbox did announce for PlayStation coming out. You know, Indiana Jones is on Valentine's Day, February 14th. And we know we got Forza later this year in the spring. So me and SloMo were just having a conversation about that when this person, you know, came into the chat acting like
don't bring up that irrelevant dude no more. He irrelevant.
Yeah, he irrelevant.
He ain't nothing to worry about.
But my biggest thing is for the chat, I'm gonna ask you guys, and SloMo can suck what he's saying. What do you guys think, you know, about the show in general? Also, what do you guys think about, you know, we do know that Xbox did announce these games. What do you think the reason they didn't, you know, bring those games up during this showcase when it was basically 80% to 90% third party? But go ahead, SloMo.
I wanted to comment on something that Wizo Gamer, shout out to Wizo Gamer.
Thank you, Cerebral, for subbing.
He said, so Housemarque reskinned Returnal, and we have to thank them for that. You know, this is what I find strange, right? When how we describe certain games a developer makes. So everyone universally believes somewhat that Returnal is a good game. Okay. So if they do something, and we didn't see no gameplay. We saw a teaser trailer, but based off of what we perceive to be the teaser trailer, where they talk about the sun dying and then being reborn, then they're fighting, that this is a roguelike. So it's another roguelike game. Like, no one calls Hades 2 a reskin.
Yeah, they don't.
Of Hades. No, they just say, here's a sequel to a dope game. No one says that a Halo game is a reskin of a previous Halo game. Nobody says that a studio who makes a certain kind of game is reskinning another game. You only perceive of it that way, or focus it like that way, to be negative about PlayStation, which is just, it is what it is. Like, the developer made Returnal, great. They're making another roguelike with a completely different story, a completely different main protagonist, and we saw zero gameplay. A reskin would be, it's the exact same game with just a different protagonist and nothing else different. Like, we don't know that for certain. And even if it was, if the game was good, what are people complaining about? But again, these are things that you're nitpicking and making complaints about things that just, it doesn't need to be that big a deal to make a complaint about. Then this is where people come up with those kind of things. Now, as we said before, you know, all the nice people showed up, this show and something that we're noticing with like PlayStation's cadence is they don't have enough first party content.
Yeah.
Their studios that do single player first party games are releasing or showing content as in a much slower cadence than they used to. Yeah, we may know about Intergalactic and now Saros. Now we may know about those two games, but prior to that, there was not a lot to talk about. And then there was like Ghost of Yotai, right? But like those three games and then Wolverine, which has been MIA for the longest time, are all we really know about. And we've heard more about games being canceled than games being announced. That's not good. And Herman Holst, I think, more than likely is... and I've said this before. Forte, you heard me say this before. If another one of these games comes out and bombs, like, not, it don't even have to be a Concord bomb, because nothing bombed like that, right? But like that was a massive, like, mega bomb. But like, if another game comes out and doesn't do well, I don't think Herman survives that. I think Herman probably would get let go. And so it wouldn't surprise me at all, but before Ghost of Yotai comes out later this year, that there's a new guy or gal, who knows, right? Maybe Sean Benson takes over, who knows, right? But a new person in place running PlayStation first party. That wouldn't surprise me whatsoever, because Herman Holst has to own the bad direction just as much as Jim Ryan did. Jim Ryan may have set the direction and the tone, but it was Herman that was supposed to execute on the release of games.
Right.
He was the one that was approving of content. He was the one that was approving of these games that got canceled. He is the one that thought that Concord was the freaking Star Wars of Sony, which is the dumbest thing ever, right? He's the one that approved of all the money spent on all the fancy cutscenes, and it didn't matter. We didn't get to see 90% of those cutscenes because the game got unlaunched 2 weeks after launch. Like, this is his L's. And I think Fair Games still not being shown. Fair Games, which is supposed to have been out the last time they mentioned Fair Games, it was supposed to be out before this fiscal year was up. Their fiscal year ends in April. It is February, and you still didn't show that game. It's not making the fiscal year. That's out the door. Marathon already missed the fiscal year. Now Fair Games. Your last two live service games outside the Horizon multiplayer thing, which is like whatever, right? Your last two live service games that you haven't canceled, and I wonder if they just haven't canceled them because they were so far in development. It's just like, why cancel it this when we spent so much money? But your last two games, you have shown not 1 millisecond of gameplay.
Yeah.
It's not very encouraging whatsoever. And so all that can be said without basically calling Saros a reskin of Returnal. You know, you can have legit criticisms of a platform without needing to exaggerate. That's all I'm saying. Wise old guy. Wise old gamer. I said wise old guy.
Yeah, and Kyle Flounder says, please remember it's a state of play and not a showcase. And
here's another thing. You guys missed me saying that. I don't think they're doing showcases no more.
Yeah,
I think they're done with showcases. I think in the future they're going to do stuff like the way Nintendo does it. Nintendo only does Nintendo Directs, and I think going forward, all you're going to get from PlayStation are state of plays. They haven't done their last showcase was awful, and what the heck just happened here? I'm sorry, I was trying to drive this motorcycle and it wouldn't turn. All right, their last showcase sucked. And they haven't done a showcase since then. And I feel like that was like 2.5, maybe 3 years ago.
Wasn't their last showcase when they did the shuffling of people? No, that wasn't that one. I forget.
No, the last showcase is where a lot of is when their last showcase. I think they were showing like TV shows and movies or something.
Oh my God! Yeah, I think I remember.
It was a bad showcase. Like even the PlayStation fanboys were like, "Yo, this sucked." Everybody was like, "Yo, this was garbage, bro." Like it was a bad showcase. But I feel like that was like 2022.
I'm about to look it up now.
These guys is going at it. Hold up.
And was the last PlayStation showcase? It was. Oh my God!
Is that bad?
There it is. That was state of play.
This dude just hit me with a truck.
Oh no, they did one last year, May 24th, 2023, 2 years ago.
No. That's 2 years ago.
Last year. Well, I'm still looking at 2023 as we're in 2024.
I got you.
Yes. That number changes and you're like, oh yeah, so that was almost. So yeah, almost 2 years ago.
Okay, so I just keep getting hit by cars.
The last one, what was shown there? Let me see. The last one was May 24th of 2023. The last thing they showed. So they showed Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. Guess what? They showed that today too. They showed that today too. So that was.
See, this is why the show was. This is why the show was mid.
So
because you keep showing the same things over and over again. People want to see something new, man.
Okay, so they show. Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater. They teased the teaser for Marathon came out that year. Final Shapes teaser trailer came out that year. Street Fighter came out that year. And oh my God, that's it. That was the big stuff. Everything else was all indie games and stuff. Oh, no wonder it was terrible. So you telling me
it was terrible.
Oh my God. So yeah, so everything they announced. So everything they announced. Yeah, so Metal Gear, Destiny, 2 Destiny trailers based Destiny and Bungie trailers in Street Fighter. That was their state of play in their showcase in 2023. And
didn't they show something at the end that people was like, "Yo, that's it"?
Let me see. Alongside these new trailer debuts.
Oh, it was the Concord trailer was there. Yeah, the Concord trailer.
Yeah. Oh, Marvel Spider-Man 2 gameplay reveal was there. That's when they showed the Spider-Man gameplay.
Okay.
That was the last.
Yeah,
thing.
man. Look,
last thing. Helldivers dropping on PlayStation. That was there. Alan Wake was there. Oh, the first Assassin's Creed Mirage gameplay. Dragon's Dogma first trailer. The Final Fantasy 16 launch trailer was there. Grand Blue Fantasy Relink was there. And Tower of Fantasy was there. And then a whole bunch of PlayStation VR games were there, and then a bunch of indie games. But those were all the major stuff that then Concord was announced there. So they had some pretty good stuff that was showcased there. But once again, the biggest thing is
not their stuff.
Not their stuff. Exactly.
Right.
Where is theirs? Like outside of
So they showed Fair Games there, and they showed Marathon there. None of which impressed people when they showed them, and they have yet to actually reveal anything about those games since then.
Remember, we were live watching it, and Spider-Man was at the end, and we say Spider-Man just saved the show. I remember that. I remember vividly watching that show. Like, this is crazy.
Can you imagine if they didn't show that?
Yeah,
like, good grief.
Was literally the last thing, the gameplay for Spider-Man 2, and I remember, like, dog, this literally took the show from being a D to a C, because Spider-Man.
And we were a bit more optimistic about Spider-Man at that time, because I mean, like, post-launch now, like Spider-Man had just released on PC, and I still haven't bought. I'm gonna get it eventually. I still haven't bought it, but
I haven't bought it yet either.
The reason why is that, like, I'm not all that excited, enthused to get it right now, simply because there's some issues I have story-wise with Spider-Man 2, and these were things that we, of course, couldn't have known were going to be issues of the game, when we saw the showcase. We just expected, like, the Spider-Man 2018 was good, Miles Morales was very good, and you just kind of expect that it will be more of that, right? But yeah, I mean, story-wise, like, I have some issues with it, and I'm good until, I have the time to go, run through it one more time, but
how many
I
times
don't
you
really
gotta slice
think
that dude for him to die?
Yo, I told you, those the Max Tac guys, man. These are dudes. They got, it's like they're legal cyber psychosis guys that just, like, when things get real bad and somebody's out there in the city really, like, messing around, like these are the dudes that get called in, and everybody's scared of them. Like, no one wants to mess with them, but I can mess with them because I'm a freaking G in this game.
Hey,
go ahead, man.
No, we're at 477 subs, guys. 23 away. I know there's 23 people in here. 23 people in here that didn't hit that sub button to get us to 500. You guys are freaking bosses. But no, man. So I mean, that's kind of what we think of the state of play. It was pretty mid. It had some stuff in there that was a little interesting. Like I said, the
Tides of Annihilation
looked really good.
That was the best game show.
Yeah,
by far.
That game looked good, but guess what? It's coming to Xbox. So I mean, you
right.
Really can't say
so there's nothing that, like, they just got the marketing for it.
And I will give them credit. They got a lot of marketing, but I'm trying to think about, like, how much does marketing really mean now when your number one competitor much doesn't care about selling consoles. So I mean, I guess you can just put out there and say that, you can showcase the game more than other people, which is it's still a plus. But
marketing matters a lot, man. Remember what happened with Hogwarts Legacy?
Well,
oh my God, what did he just hit me with?
No, he hit you with a howitzer. Something. You went
it crashed the game.
The whole game just crashed. I was like, what did he do to you?
Now, I know this is because, look, I was playing Cyberpunk through GOG, and the other day it crashed twice on me while I was doing one mission. So I said, you know what, maybe GOG a little unstable. So I went back to it because I got it on GOG and Steam. So I uninstalled it from GOG, reinstalled it on Steam, and it crashed again. So I think CDPR now has a whole different company that now does they outsource any continued development, not really development, but like content updates and whatnot on Cyberpunk in the future. It's like some other company they've outsourced it to. I think they got fix some issues with the game. It's got some bugs. But Paul said he killed you for real. Yeah, I was I was doing fine. Some dude with Mantis blades come out of nowhere and just decapitated me, and I'm just flatline. Then the game flatline.
It was like no fly zone here.
Right. I guess I'm done. Anyway, we can wrap things up and then get going because I got to work tonight, unfortunately. At 3 in the morning. So that's going to be lovely. I need to eat some dinner and then go to sleep now. So I'm good to go in the morning. But appreciate everybody for coming through. Appreciate all the new subscribers and those who hit the like button and just, generally came through respectfully to rock out, whether you agree or disagree. We appreciate you bringing your thoughts and your opinions as well. So appreciate you guys. Appreciate the raid from the Iron Lords as well. Shout out to Cog, to Addict, to King, Solve. I bet Solve likely wasn't there, but shout out to the other three lords. They're good dudes as always. Forte, anything you want to say before we finish up?
Yeah, no, man. It's always great to be here. It was a pretty decent show. Wasn't great, wasn't horrible, but just looking forward to PlayStation finally showcasing what they have in store for us in the future, because right now it just hasn't been it. But for myself, Gaming Forte, you already know the YouTube channel. Also on X. DPS podcast tomorrow night, 9 p.m. with the homie. Gonna be great. Haven't done it in 2 weeks because my man is finally off his deathbed, so I'm glad he's doing better. And come check us out tomorrow for that. But outside of that, you guys have a great week, and we will see you guys later.
Yep. DPS podcast tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to have a good show. And hope you guys enjoy the rest of your evening. Enjoy the rest of your hump day.
Hump day?
Hump something. All right, peace.
Literally hump something. Later, guys.